So you guys go ahead and do what you need to do. I know maybe grab a few of the tentacles there for whips, and you guys successfully skinned the creatures. Forge attempted to eat one. It really didn't taste all that good. It was a bit disappointing, honestly. But yeah. All in all, you guys end up going back to sleep. You have pretty good restful rest of your evening there. Nothing else happens. The last watch goes through with no problem. And you guys end up waking up in the morning, refreshed. You're all at full hit points. You all have the benefits of a long rest here now.
Yay!
All right. You are. Oh yeah, good idea. XP. One second, real quick. I'll give it to you guys.
Oh yeah, give it to us.
I'll give it to you real good, man. And you're gonna bend the fuck over and take it.
I'm gonna give you the lance.
That was good. I like that. Give you the lance. Aw, yeah. What the hell is it? There it is. Alright. So, that is... you each get 467 XP.
All right, cool.
$28.29.
Oh, really? That's, okay, when you... Fuck, okay. Forge, you just finished a long rest, so you level to level 4 already.
I didn't even know what level 4 was. I was like, okay.
Yeah, let me see real quick if you get anything special to where it might be a little complicated. But 4 is usually pretty easy.
Yeah, it's ability increase.
Right. So if you have a feat you want to take, you can do that instead. Otherwise...
Negative. It won't do me any good. I'm going to put it all into wisdom.
Alright. So you get an ability score increase. You can up your wisdom by 2, basically, if that's what you wanted to do. And then you also get an additional second level spell slot.
Nice.
So you have 3
I don't know. Do I get another spell or?
Yes.
I can look it up here actually.
Yeah, because you prepare up to your wisdom modifier plus character level per day.
Okay, wow. So that's going to be 8. Okay. I didn't know if I learned another one or not. I'll have to take a look at the chart.
Yeah, so again, clerics don't just learn them. They prepare per day. So you have, it's your wisdom modifier plus cleric level per day that you can prepare. So you'll now have 8 that you can prepare total, in addition to your innate. Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So you get 1 more second level spell slot, and you should be able to prepare 2 more, if I remember correctly. Plus, you get to up your wisdom by 2.
Oh, I get another cantrip too.
Oh, there you go. That too.
I don't know what other cantrips to take, though, honestly.
Yeah, they start to get a little questionable after a while, but you never know. All right. As he is finishing leveling up, the rest of you take your XP, and you guys are about roughly a half day's journey away from Melgrig here. Do you just venture on forward, or kind of what's the deal? It's up to you guys now.
Oh yeah.
Ew. I rolled a 1 on my hitch points.
Reroll that. I'll give you a mulligan on the 1.
That's bad. Oh wow,
That's better.
That'll give me 10.
Yeah, that's much better.
My racial, right on. That'll put me at 39 then.
Yeah, you're right up there with me.
It turned into tough dwarf, yes.
Alright, so what's you guys' plan?
How far away? When we woke up, I think we were 20, right?
Yeah, I mean, it
Sorry,
so
I don't
happened
like
as
this. I
well.
don't like this microphone. Yeah, it's about 20 miles, which is about a half a day's journey.
Well, right on there. Got cleaned off my hammer, got my spells back from me god. Yeah, let's get on to it then. We gotta see which of the stinky bastards are the best to deal with.
Okay. So you guys continue on towards Milgrig.
Yeah.
All right. So you march forward. You go minutes, hours, 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hours. About 4 hours of travel in, you end up coming right up on the beginning of the city here. Um, Coming upon the town of Milgrig, you notice the wooden walls and metal gate to the city. Yet the gate is sorry, the gate is completely open with no one seeming to currently guard the gate there. Venturing on in, I'm assuming you guys just go ahead and walk on in through the city.
Yeah, I mean, there's
Okay.
no douchebag at the gate.
No one at the gate. It seems a little
There's no
strange too,
guard?
because even in no. So in Moria, the Forge you're familiar, of course, there's always a guard along the wall. They're very
Yeah,
paranoid.
this isn't right. Yeah.
Zosa and Billion, you're used to Sanctuary is always guarded. It's a small town. There's not a whole lot of people, but they have a sturdy wall to keep invaders out. It's always guarded, so this is a little strange.
All right, guys. I say we should ready our weapons because
Okay.
at all.
So you kind of ready your weapons and walk on in through. Entering through the city, you see what seems to be a town torn apart by war. The buildings have been unattended to for some time. It seems like a ghost town almost. You see bodies littering the streets, mostly of goblins and orcs all over the place. Though there are a few other races mixed amongst the dead here. Um, you see a human or two here, a kobold there, but again, it's mostly either goblins or orcs. You even see a Goliath strung up across what looks to be a former tavern there, with 3 spears sticking out of his abdomen and at least a dozen or so arrows through his body there. Um, Walking through the town, you end up turning a corner, and you are immediately met by 3 intimidating orcs who stare down at most of you just straight through this alleyway here. They ready their axes, ready to strike you, when suddenly you hear the twang of a dozen bowstrings coming from all around you. Each orc is hit with 4 arrows to the torso, dropping them instantly. A couple seconds go by. All of a sudden, you hear a shrill voice off to your left, whisperedly shouting at you, "Hey! Idiots! What in the fuck do you think you're doing in the middle of the road here?"
Well, you think you have a guard at the gate, you know? I don't know. Came here to search for trade, but I see you sticking these right blokes here with your fucking arrows. I don't understand what's going on.
Fucking orcs, aren't they? The sound seems to be coming from a voice to the rubble off to the left of what seems to have been maybe it was a home beforehand, but it's rubble. There's stone and wood just kind of thrown all together there. It was probably building at some point, maybe a home. You don't really know. But off to the left
like
there is where you
Syria.
sound the yeah, that's where you hear that voice coming from. They don't really respond to what you just said there.
Well, I mean, some could say that about goblins. I mean, come on. I mean, you know, I know there's a lot of fighting going on, but come on, can't we be peaceable? I mean, I'm not trying to hurt anybody.
Fuck!
I'm on a mission from me god.
Fuck the orcs. Fuck the orcs.
Well, you know, they are very smelly.
If you
I mean,
don't want to die, you may as well get over here. They will kill you. And you look down. There's 3 dead orcs with again with 4 arrows each, just laying in the ground there.
Well, if you don't mind for a moment, I mean, I never wanted to, like, you know, waste good metal. I mean, I'll be there here in a moment, and I'm gonna search the bodies for, like, any coins or metal items I can take from them.
Okay, go ahead and make a quick investigation check.
I mean, they're fucking dead. I mean, what
Yeah,
are they
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
do?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like the dead can take this with him. I mean, praise more than, and you know, clink, clink, you know.
Investigation check is 15. Alright, between all three of them, you find 6 gold, 3 silver, and 3 copper.
I think I'll keep this gold here since I used my other gold to make you a shield there. That'll at least recompensate. At least I'll be only 4 short.
All 12 of the arrows, though, broke on impact. They're not really usable anymore. Their armor is crap. Especially being a forge cleric, you would not touch that shit. It's horrible. Their weapons look like they just picked them up off of some rusty like hill somewhere. Like it's horrible. You wouldn't touch that stuff.
I might be able to use the metal though.
The metal is worthless. I mean, it's all rusted away. You might be able to scrub it down and find just a tiny little bit that's worthwhile. But coming from Morged, you know that they will find about 30 times what you can find off of them in about an hour's worth of mining there.
Yeah. Well, they got shite stuff. Okay, well, I guess that's why they die so quick. All right. Well, who may I have the privilege of speaking to?
It just you hear the same voice again off to the left there, just saying, "Just get off the fucking road. Get over here."
Fine. I mean, look at me. I mean, I am in this like, and I'll just walk over towards the voice.
All right. As you approach, you see off to the left there is a small. There are 3 goblins over there. The one that seems to be the one who's been talking to you, as their voice is a little familiar, sees you there and beckons you forward and says, "The name's Zekzek."
Zek.
Zekzek. Zekzek.
Oh, okay. Well, I do humbly bow before you. You know, feel like we're all friends here. Nobody trying to kill each other. You know, I mean, I don't think I smell too badly of orc. You know. But anyhow,
Did we riddle your body with arrows?
Oh yeah. It was quite good actually. I didn't know goblins could do that actually. I mean, it's really good.
We're good at what you do.
Oh yes. I'm good at what I do too. Have you ever heard of me? I mean, look at this hammer on my chest.
I care not for dwarves.
Oh, that's
Look,
not
if you want to die, continue bubbling around like an idiot. If not, come with us.
Fine. I can't die today. I got things to do.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, well, you know, we get things done. I mean, it's all in the Wheel of Morden and all that, you know, clink, clink.
Just
yeah.
Shut the fuck up and come with us. Try not to die.
What a rude little guy. Oh, okay. Well, anyhow, let's follow this fella. Zeksek, I do believe. My name is Forge Brass Bellows. It's my pleasure.
Forge, shut your goddamn mouth. If you're too loud, the orcs find us, you die. You're a liability right now. I don't want to kill you, but don't make me.
Oh, fine.
Right, good.
I don't have time to die today.
Right.
I know.
So do you guys follow the goblins then, as they kind of lead you?
Well, I mean, they did just pepper a bunch of orcs right there in front of us. I don't think we really have much of a choice.
Do you go ahead and make a quick stealth check for me real quick?
Everybody?
Disadvantage of that.
Yeah, so Forge and Billiam are both at disadvantage because of your heavy armor. Zosa, you're not at advantage. You're just at 4.
I didn't know where
It's okay. It was a low DC, and 2 of the 3 passed. It's ironic that the 2 with disadvantage passed. But oh wait, sorry, that was just Steve. Billiam, what did you roll?
6 total.
6 total? Shit, so 2 of the 3 failed. It's okay.
I have a big fucking horse. It happens.
They you follow them along, and as you're kind of like asking questions and whatnot, it kind of comes out, of course, that the town's been in civil war here between the goblins and orcs. You guys have kind of known that already. The orcs start to share a kind of the story of that. Both of those factions were the 2 strongest in the city, and as they started to kind of take arms up against each other, those in the towns who are not goblins or orcs tried to remain neutral at first, but eventually had to be forced to either take a side or find their way in the wilderness on their own. The goblins do kind of lead you on forward, and and lead you towards their headquarters. They actually start to lead you back towards the way that you came there. Luckily, even though Billiam and Zosa are chatting way louder than they really should, as you know, they're the ones who know each other. Luckily, you guys have already traversed this path before and found it to be pretty empty, so you don't meet any adversaries or anything like that. The goblins do every about 15 minutes or so turn back towards you and just swear at you to shut the goddamn hell up. As you kind of continue on forward. You end up coming back to a familiar sight. You see the tavern that you were once at before, with that Goliath strung up across it. The goblins lead you in through the main door there, into the tavern itself. Now again, some of the walls are kind of like broken in. There's rubble falling all over the place. You can see the outside through the walls and the windows and whatnot. There's about 4 or 5 other goblins here inside this tavern right now, and they all draw their bows as soon as you walk in. Seeing the other goblins walk in with you, though, they kind of release the tension and kind of leave you be. As you all walk into this building, though, Zekzek kind of turns to the 3 of you. Right. Safe? Now, as you know, we've been having trouble with these orcs. We could certainly use some help defeating them.
Well, I don't understand. I mean, why is everybody fighting one another? This place is kind of shite anyway. I mean, wouldn't it just be better if everybody got along?
They're fucking orcs.
Well,
we want nothing to do with them.
I mean, the whole area is kind of shit. I mean, you think people would get along.
They're merciless. They have no sense of anything. They're worthless. They're jerks. They're evil.
I mean, he does have kind of a point there. I mean, yeah, they're not always pleasant to talk to. That is for sure.
No, have you ever tried to have a conversation with an orc? It doesn't work.
Oh yes, and the half orcs are just as difficult, except they are smarter.
Half orcs I've had some semi-pleasant relations with, but orcs, all they care about is eating things and killing things. Us goblins are far more refined.
Okay. I mean, I'm interested. Because if I know better, I mean, can I make an insight check on this guy? Because I'm just like, wait, it's like,
sure, yeah, go for it.
Both these races are pretty brutal, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, go for it. Okay, what with that insight check, what exactly are you trying to find out about this guy?
I'm just trying to figure out, like, are they telling me that, like, what are they telling me that I can distinguish as, I mean, because I know what they're telling me is true, but I'm trying to figure out his body language. Like, what do they have to do with this?
So he legitimately believes everything that he's saying, at least according to what you can see. He does not like orcs at all. He thinks they are filth. He thinks that they are an abomination on the landscape. He thinks that goblins are truly about as refined as elves and humans are. He honestly believes that they have the right to rule this town, and that they should certainly be the rulers. You do get the sense that he means well, but is certainly a bit more idealistic and like nationalistic, if you will, than maybe other goblins would be in this town.
Yeah,
We got
right
a mini
on.
Hitler on our hands. God damn it.
I mean, to be fair,
Will
I
you
mean,
help
he
us?
is
You
right.
look-
I mean, they are orcs.
You look able-bodied. We need something to help us. I'm sure our leader would be more than willing to form an alliance. Will you help us defeat these wretched, evil, nasty, orcs?
Could you just give us a minute so we could talk among ourselves
Talk quickly.
through? Thank you. So let's huddle up real quick, guys. Like,
Oh,
whisper.
is this
Like-
a team huddle? I've never done one of these before. I'm just gonna be like walk my butt up there and be like,
Just shut the fuck up, all right? Just shut the fuck up.
oh, about
You
come
said
on,
that-
come on, man.
You
that
said
ain't-
that we
that's
were gonna
nice.
flip a fucking coin to see which side we go on. Flip
Oh,
the
yeah,
coin now
I
before
kinda-
we choose.
But that
I
was
kind of did
before
flip a coin when they filled the other ones with arrows. I mean, wouldn't you believe? Wouldn't you
Yeah.
agree?
the other
Let's
color.
actually flip a coin. I mean, we could probably kill these guys. Goblins.
I don't know. Hey, man, they didn't take arms
Just-
against us, mate. I mean, I wouldn't want to just raise my arms to somebody. That's kind of against me God and everything.
All right. You said we were going to flip a coin. Let's flip a coin. Heads for goblins, tails for orcs. All right. Is that fair?
I mean, if we choose the orcs, we're in the middle of the goblins, and they got a lot of them, and there's only three. Yes, three of us. Yes, and maybe me mom's hammer, but that still doesn't really. Well, maybe the fishy horse. I mean, I guess that's five.
Just for reference, there's about 6 goblins that were already in the tavern here. Plus, there were a total of 12 that you ended up walking back with. So a total of 18.
Yeah.
That you can see.
I mean, honestly,
that's
I mean, my coin flip was when it was tails for the arrows, and then heads when the bodies hit the floor. And I'm gonna take the ones that are living. Okay.
I just want to flip a coin real quick, anyways.
Hey, okay.
All right. So flip a coin for me, somebody. I don't have a coin.
You
Just
could do
roll a
like make
D4.
a D2 or
Yeah,
D4, yeah. Odds and evens.
All right. So odds for heads, evens for tails. God damn it.
Uh-huh.
I mean, to be honest, I mean,
Hey, I rolled it. We got
What?
goblins anyways.
I was like, which one was heads and which one was
I
tails?
know, that's kind of what I thought too.
I said one's for basically one for orcs, 2 for goblins.
Gotcha,
So hey,
okay.
we got the goblins anyways.
You said odds for heads and then evens for tails.
Whatever, fuck it. I flipped a coin. I'm happy. Let's go fucking do this shit.
I mean, to be fair, the arrows are kind of like tails. I mean, they did come flipping out of the air, and then
Right.
the stinky orcs kind of fell down, and the heads kind of hit the ground. Bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. That kind of shit.
Yeah. I never heard that tune before, but let's
No,
fine.
I heard it from
Let's go-
I heard it
let's go
from a
talk to the
bard
Goblin
once.
King.
He was really cool. His name was Bash Wilder.
Bash. God, I fucking love it. Oh god, I'll have to check him out. The time
Oh,
if we ever get the fuck out of this wretched city.
He was right catchy, especially around here. I'm like, oh yeah, let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor.
All right, well, let's go see who your goblin leader is.
Okay, so you
Oh,
guys,
yeah.
So I
end up breaking your huddle. Sorry, go ahead, Zoza.
Oh, I was gonna say, so we turn around and I just go up to the goblin that's talking to us and is like, so it looks like luck's on your side. We're gonna help you out today.
He's a little irritated by the fact that you just like so brashly were like, oh yeah, we're the best thing ever, essentially, and is like, well, thank heavens for that.
You're welcome.
So you kind of agreed to kind of help them out there. He ends up saying, "Wonderful." All around, by the way, you see there is that kind of a bar area up towards the end of the building there. There's tables all over the place. Many of them have been in various states of disrepair, broken. Some of them are still kind of intact. Chairs up along the bar area there, some intact, some broken, and there's a stage area in the bottom right corner as well. The goblin ends up going out a door that's still intact up in the top right corner or so of the room, and disappearing for some time, telling you to just hang out here. One of the other goblins here kind of brings you a few ales, because after all, this at least at one point was a tavern, and they have some stock here apparently. As you kind of sit and enjoy yourself, about 5 minutes or so go by before you see Zek come back, followed by a see you in a minute, Zosa. Followed by another goblin, who is this one right here. Here's what she looks like. The female goblin there. I just put it in Discord.
Oh, hello. So, mighty fine hospitality. May I say that the arrows that I saw hit these stinky dwarves. Oh, that's me. Stinky orcs. I said they kind of broke on contact. I might make some recommendations with the arrowheads and stuff.
Thank
Hi,
you.
guys.
Hey, Jimmy, how's it going?
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Had a wonderful night at work. Got
Yeah.
to drive home and to and from work on a wonderful 12 inches of snow.
Good, man. Where are you, man?
Michigan?
Okay. Yeah, I heard Chicago got hit pretty hard recently too. That's where I'm originally from.
Yeah, I saw Chicago on the news. It looked like they got dick boned.
Yeah.
Cantrips for clerics really aren't that great. Guess I can take Toll the Dead. I don't know.
Some of them are good. Told the Dead's good.
Oh, yeah.
Or, Sacred Flame's decent. There's some good ones.
Forgot Steve died again. What character did you make this time?
Oh, all right. Yeah. My name is Forge Brass Bellows. Yes, I am a Forge cleric of me god Mordin. He's really cool.
Well, I will let you play me in.
Yeah, I'll bring you in just a bit here. Basically, right now, Scarlord, since basically at the end of last session, you were with you and Vigar essentially took off after having seen Veil of Shadows die. You, the two of you and Scarlord helped bury him. And then you and Vigar both decided it was time to go back to Sanctuary just to recoup a bit, while you let Zosa continue onward. So right now you are in Sanctuary, and it has been a total of 5 days. So
yeah, roughly.
So you have a total of 5 days worth of downtime that you can use for whatever you want to. Since right now I actually have Zosa having disappeared for a quick second, is there anything you wanted to do with that downtime?
I would like to start trying to learn Orcish, because I know it's something that might come in handy, being that we heard the people on the other end of the stone talking in Orcish, I believe.
Wrong game, bro.
Yep.
Wrong game.
It's been a minute.
No worries. It's totally fine. You can try and learn Orcish if you want to. That's totally fine. It's just I want to make sure your reasoning is makes
Never
sense.
mind. It's not what I want to do.
Okay.
Let me see. How much money do I have right now?
To be fair, I had drama the other day. Not anymore, but yes, I had drama. Well, yeah.
Shit happens, whatever.
Can I have been like gambling, trying to make more money?
Definitely. Give me just a second. I am repositioning some of my screens here, and then I'll go ahead and take a quick look at my information for how I feel like that should work, and we'll make a quick roll or two and see how you fared, okay?
All right.
Who's this girl?
she's I think she's their leader.
Yes.
She
So
got that fine ass.
Zosa, we just got Jimmy here, so I'm kind of working on that real quick here also. But you guys did see after a short amount of time here, just kind of chilling in what essentially it seems like was a tavern. You see the same character come on back here, Zekzek, as well as another goblin, which is her. Moment here, guys. Sorry, almost done.
Are whips martial weapons?
Yes, I believe so. So you probably don't have proficiency with it, do you?
What's that? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm just checking. Yeah, it is a martial melee weapon.
I guess it's a good thing I skipped the gym today. Otherwise, I wouldn't have made it on for another like 2 hours.
Yeah.
You don't need to be swole.
You got to be yoked, bro.
Yeah.
Not
Bro.
tonight. If the weather's that bad, jeez, I would have went home.
Seriously.
Well, the gym's right next to where I work. It's in the same complex.
Still. Alright. There we go. I got everything reworked there. Okay. So, Jimmy, real quick, you were trying to gamble and see if you can't basically increase your total wealth there, right?
Yep.
Alright, so you spend a whole week here just kind of going nuts, enjoying the hell out of yourself here. Let me take a quick look here and we'll see what roll I want you to make.
Can I bet on like? Could gambling count as like betting on fights and stuff like that over cards, or like betting
Yeah,
on something like
totally.
that? A little more into what my character would be able to do since he's negative intelligence.
Totally. So I'm gonna put you. You're spending the whole time in Sanctuary, okay? Which is that's where he had you at last. So there's not a
Mhm.
whole lot going on in there, but
Chicken fights.
I'll say there will be a couple of different just for entertainment, like fighting ring, entertainment things going on there. If you wanted to try and bet on those,
Mhm.
okay? Go ahead and real quick make me a. How much did you want to gamble, by the way? Over again, this is over the course of 5 days.
Go with 43 gold pieces.
43 gold total.
7
Okay.
silver and 11 copper.
43,
Bet
7,
it
and
all.
11. Okay. All right. All righty. First, go ahead and make me an insight check. Oops, sorry.
Reckless insight check.
Ooh. Okay. So, with that one, you bet on the wrong fighter every single time. But let me go ahead and make me 2 deception checks. Sorry, a deception and then an intimidation check, real quick. Oh, bro. Okay. So you spend all 5 days there betting on various fighting circles. You spend how much gold was that?
43.
43 gold betting on these different fights. You don't do terrible. You don't lose everything, but you do lose half of that, rounded down. So you lose 21 gold, I'll say.
Alright.
That said, you do meet a couple of interesting characters while you are looking around here. There is. Oops. Here. Awesome. So you do meet a female human who you actually caught trying to pickpocket a couple of people. Not you. She never came after you. You saw her and kind of let her do her thing, but she kind of caught eyes with you as you saw this from kind of across the room during one of these matches here. And through that, there was kind of a mutual respect gained there. Her name is Layla, Laila. She is a female human pickpocket who you throughout the rest of the week. You met her on the first day. Throughout the rest of the week, you formed a little bit of a bond with, and you feel like you would have each other's backs in the future if anything would ever go down. You also ended up meeting another Goliath, which is a little rare. Goliaths generally don't find themselves very often in Sanctuary. His name was Strong Eye, exactly how it spells, Strongeye, exactly how it sounds. He is a male Goliath there, full with tattoos and everything, who's just trying to sell his wares at some of the fights there, kind of like the guys outside of the concert who are trying to sell you these knockoff T-shirts that are just total bullshit, and you don't want to talk to them, but they're always there. He's one of those guys there, and you kind of found yourself entertained by the guy, and we're just kind of constantly giving him shit like, oh yeah, I would definitely love to buy one of those, and at the same time kind of talking up his business to where he knows you're making fun of him, but you got him a little more business, so he kind of likes you. But
The
that
kind of
is
shirts that, like, when you wash them, they shrink up, but somehow get wider.
right. Yeah, exactly. Like those just total shit there. Yeah, exactly. So those are you. You lost a lot of money there, but you met those two people who knows, they may end up proving valuable in the future there.
Cool.
But that's kind of the entirety of your downtime there of those 5 days. Again, I know I want to put in the living expenses and whatnot, but that'll be after this session moving onward. So we're fine right now. You don't have to worry about that.
Okay. Well, I mean, since I was on a losing streak, I was just,
Yeah,
sleeping on the streets.
yeah. Fair enough. All right. So with that note, do you want to try and teleport into the players there? Your stone can essentially teleport to where their stones are if you wanted to do that.
Yeah.
Okay. So back to the rest of you.
I'm here.
So
Hey,
you
what the fuck? What?
you see Zekzek go ahead and walk on in here with this other goblin who I threw her picture up in our Discord chat here. She walks in very, very confident, very self-assured. She has black leather armor. There's a hooded cloak that she kind of wears to her side there, but doesn't really display very prominently. The hood is usually down. She's got this dyed purple hair that runs across her face there, almost in like an emo haircut, and has 2 short swords at her side and about a dozen daggers all over the place. She looks like she can definitely handle herself in a fight and knows what she's doing. She is, as soon as she walks in the room, you know for sure this is the person who must be in charge.
I like you. You got good taste.
Thank you, Master Dwarf. The name's Erti. I hear you're willing to help us.
Oh yeah, we tried to make some I'm from another village. We're trying to establish trade routes, but I figured, I was like, orcs, goblins. Well, considering that your friends killed all these orcs, I figure you're the right people to help.
Damn straight. And as that is happening, a Goliath starts to materialize behind Billiam and Zosa there, and you see Keothi kind of step in there. The goblins all draw their bows and aim at Keothi right there as he appears.
Whoa, warm. Well, what a warm
I'm gonna
welcome.
duck.
Boy, there's a big guy right there. He wasn't there just a second ago. Oh,
I'm a friend.
Erti draws both of her swords and say, "Explain this."
Ooh, she's a feisty one.
So we have
You can just
magical rocks, and we can teleport to our friends.
Make a persuasion check real quick.
Can I do a deception check?
No, because it's not deception. It's true.
I should have lied.
Right?
He's a magic Goliath.
Ooh. She looks straight at you and says, "That may be true, but I don't like magic happening in my headquarters here." As
Well,
the swords are
we didn't know that
drawn,
he was gonna fucking come right this second.
that's what she said.
She did. I would have called them on their cell phone late night when they need my love. If
What is
you
a
know.
cell phone?
It's a rock.
Do you like take out one of these rocks here, or?
Well, I mean, he's still holding the rock in his hand, anyways.
Right, he would be. Like, does he let her see it, or?
Yeah.
Okay. She
I'm just
takes
gonna
a
like
quick.
hold it in front of her face, so I'm not gonna let her touch it. I don't
She
trust her.
takes a look over the rock there. She's not very familiar with it, but she understands it's magical, and she appreciates the fact that you were kind of forthright with the information and letting her see it and everything. And she kind of sheaths her swords. Look, you're from the outside. We're naturally distrusting of outsiders. That said, you said you're willing to help us. We can use the help. We need to destroy these orcs.
Well, I'm a helper. Number one helper in the world.
He's a right biggin', isn't he?
So, yeah,
Who
why
are
have you?
mate?
You said you've come here seeking like trade, or what can we offer you?
Well, the city of Merc is trying to get back on its feet. I've been there for months on end trying to train this shit of a man named James. He's running my store right now. I knew you'd like that.
I don't, Master Dwarf. Don't get me wrong. I appreciate your people. I very much respect dwarves, but I don't want your entire story. Tell me what you want from me.
Well, my guards Borden told me to come here and see about doing what I need
Master
to do.
Dwarf,
Didn't...
again, I must reiterate, I respect your people. Stop trying my patience. I don't give a shit about your god. Tell me what you want.
Come on now, I'm trying
Okay, so
to.
I'm gonna put my hand over his mouth and I'm gonna speak, and I'm gonna just say, "We come here to establish trade so that they can get food up in their village.
You want food?
Essentially, food
Good,
and water.
we
is
have
what they need.
food.
Nothing grows there.
Good, we have
Perfect.
food. You've come to negotiate food for another village.
Exactly. So we help you win the war. You guys, no works left. Win-win for everybody.
Good enough for me. We need to get rid of these orcs. We want control over this city. We feel like we deserve it. Let's get rid of them.
I
You
love
agreed.
killing orcs.
A man after my own heart. Just give me this one. The rest of you can go.
The rest of us can what you cut out.
Piss
Can
off.
go. Can go.
She likes them big and tall, huh? I'm sorry. This dick is probably the size of her, anyways.
You're a little
She is
small.
not intimidated. No.
You're telling me she can take it.
And
Must be
honestly,
my trial.
by the looks of her, just by looking at her, you might not think so, but after hearing her speak and seeing her like command of the room and everything, you believe it. You believe she could.
She's blown out, dude. She's taking
Shit.
every guy in the room at once.
She's a dirty gertie, yeah?
Well,
So-
hopefully my luck here is better than back in Sanctuary. Lost a bunch of money.
So, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry. It's agreed then, though. You help us take out the orcs. We establish your trade routes, and to be honest, you'll have a friend for a good long time here.
Aye, aye, Captain. So what's your guys' game plan as of right now? Are you just sitting here waiting for somebody to die, or what's your guys' game plan? What's your strategy?
Good question. We, I mean, as you may or may not know, us goblins are generally pretty good at the sneakiness. We're good with reconnaissance. We've gathered some really good intel on the orc base. Want to make sure you're friends? I've established so. Come with me.
I'm really sneaky.
Oh my
just
god.
so you know.
I don't doubt that. I mean, you did appear out of thin air, did you not?
You should see what else I can do in thin air.
I look forward to it.
Oh my God.
She leads you out that same door that her and Zek just came through. It goes into a hallway here. Again, a lot of the area is kind of in partial states of destroy there, partial states of ruin due to the Civil War here.
Yeah.
But she leads you to the left down this hallway, and there are 2 rooms in the corner there, one straight ahead and one up and to the right. She leads you to the one up and to the right, which extends all the way into the corner of the building. This is, it looks like it's a standard room in an inn, right? There's a bed, there's a dresser. Looks like it hasn't really been attended to in quite some time. In the corner of the room, there is a rug. She tosses aside the rug, and you see a trapdoor there. Opening up the, she cracks open the trapdoor, maneuvers something underneath it you can't really see, and then opens it all the way up and beckons you on down. As you all go down the trapdoor, you end up you end up finding yourself looking at a ladder that reaches straight down. Climbing down the ladder, there's yet another door. She cracks open the door, again fiddles with it a little bit, then opens it all the way up. Opening up the door, she leads you into a room here. Those of you with dark vision can see just fine. Those of you without, this is pitch black. You can't really see anything in this room. She leads you forward. You can kind of smell the faint smell of goblin. She leads you through to a much larger door, which she opens up. Again, fiddles with the device on the other side of the door, and then opens all the way into a large open room here. In this room, again, those of you who can see with dark vision can see a room consisting of lots of beds along the wall to your left, as well as some tables with goblins around them, eating and drinking, and just kind of hanging out, enjoying some downtime. Some playing cards, some just trying to get some rest. Off to the far right of the room, there's another door that seems to lead into another room, and then a long table with a map sprawled out onto it. She leads you over to that map. Looking around, she does notice that a couple of you are having a really hard time seeing, and takes out a candle and lights it there. Candle doesn't spread very far into the room. Those of you without dark vision can't see the end of the room, but you can see the table there just well enough.
Goblins always hang out in the dark.
Goblins have dark vision, so they don't really care. They have no need to light torches, so they don't. It's wasteful. They have no desire to waste resources, especially when they're in the middle of a civil war here in. By the way, Jimmy, you just found yourself in the town of Milgrig. You have no idea where that is or why, but that's where you are.
On the left of the map, middle left.
Yeah, that's where the party token is.
Okay.
So, looking at the map, you guys you guys see this. 1 second here. This. Erty looks at all of you. So, like I said, us goblins were good at reconnaissance. This is where the orcs are hiding out. They've commandeered the old barracks in town here. Used to be a home to a police force, if you will. They kept us safe. Sadly, as of recent times, they've decided that they want to rule this place and have attacked us. We can't let that happen. We'd rather the people be free. Sure, somebody needs to be in charge, but we'd rather it be us than them. We'd rather give them freedom than oppression. Here is what we're looking at. That outer wall there, the blue, that's a fence. It's made of wooden spikes, about 4 or 5 feet tall. She points to Keothi there. You might not have too much trouble with it, but the rest of us will probably have a little bit difficult time scaling it there. There's one gate right at the front, and Every time we've scouted it out, there's at least 4 orcs guarding it there. All around the wall there, you see rows and rows and rows of javelins. Looks like they're prepped
what?
to throw javelins.
Okay.
Looks like they're prepped to throw, so they need them. Usually on the outskirts, there's a unit or two training or patrolling. Inside, we know what the barracks used to look like. This right here, the black there is the walls of the barracks. Inside, this is what it used to look like: the beds, the tables, and this is how many orcs we anticipate are in there. We know there's a war table. Around there, we expect to find Gruck, the leader, and his lieutenants. This is what we have right now. We're not quite sure how to infiltrate. We can use your help.
Each one of these representing one or multiple.
Yeah, they each represent one, as far as we know. To be totally honest, we don't know exactly how many they have, but we have a pretty good understanding that this right here is the amount that we'd be expecting.
Okay.
You get the feeling. Go ahead and make a quick insight check. Anyone who wants to.
I don't get any feelings. His feelings are gay.
You have no idea. You just hear people speaking. Forge, you get the feeling that Airty knows what she's talking about. These goblins seem to... They might be a little bit different than what you're used to. You're used to just these sniveling, snarling, bestial creatures. These ones seem intelligent. They seem like they know how to scout out an area. They seem like they know what intelligence is, and that's very important to them, to making sure that they know what they're walking into at all times.
Well, mates, looks like the good old Goldboard put us in the right place, right time. Yep, these are the folks that we need to help.
So,
I say, those walls, they're made of wood, right?
the blue walls are made of wood. The black there, that's the walls of the actual barracks themselves. It's mostly stone with some like wooden pillars kind of helping to hold it up and making it a little less expensive there. But that's an actual like building structure. And Airty would tell you they've been unable to really breach that first wall to do any damage to the structure itself. They've had a really hard time actually getting in there and attacking much of anything.
What kind of wall is it? Just wood?
It's wood, yeah.
The one on the outskirt there, the blue?
It.
The blue is just a wooden wall. It's made of, she tells you they're like wooden poles, almost like a...
yeah, like
almost like they're almost like telephone poles that are spiked at the end. They're only about 4 or 5 feet tall though, so someone like you could probably even jump over it. It might be a little bit difficult, but I mean, it's not going to do a whole lot to hinder you. The rest of the party, even Billiam on his horse might be able to jump over also. The rest of the party, especially our dwarf friend here, is going to have a hard time getting over the wall.
Someone of my size and strength, maybe with a running start, put a shoulder into it and knock a couple down?
Toss me.
Hey,
Toss me.
that's possible.
Or could I throw some fucking boulders at them and try and knock them down or something?
They're pretty well reinforced, but you're a strong fellow. I could see that helping. Yes. There is the one gate in there as well. That's probably the weak point, but it's also the most heavily guarded. It's possible that you could knock down some of the poles and get us in through the back or something.
Where's the door to the barrack?
The door to the barracks. Do you see the map there, Billiam?
Yes.
Okay, so each one of those little squares is a door. So this right here is one door. This right here is a door. And then there's one over here, all that. Those are all doors.
Fuck. Okay.
I think our best bet to break in would be somewhere up here. There's only one door. And the amount of people that would hear is probably less than any other corner. There's no one, from what we see, patrolling in this top left, and the closest people are at that table.
Hey,
So
what
if
if we cause the distraction in the front and draw their attention over there for some of us to get back?
Well, if you guys want to draw attention up front, what we could do is I could just lift some of you guys over the wall, and we could attack them in the rear.
Airty, at this point, Airty does tell you that she does have a few goblins that she can spare to assist you in the raid there, especially since you would be going up against so many orcs, most likely. She does tell you there's a total of here
32, I believe.
orcs, yes, but goblins that she can spare. There's a total of about 10 goblins that she can spare, and she can also come along with you if you really need her to.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we could do that. What if we? I'm not really. Well, I don't know. I'm not really the silent type.
Not I am.
What if we could have some of them cause a distraction so we get in the back? Yeah. They got lots of those pointy things, those javelins, and they may not feel good. Yeah.
I mean, either that or we just bum rush the gate, get right in there.
Well, it is more my style, but hey, you know, there's a lot of them, and there's not very many of us. Oh yeah.
Well,
Does RT and the goblins have any explosives?
She does not know. She says, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? But no, we don't have a whole lot of material left in this town here.
Let's light fire to this corner and sneak in and climb over this corner.
Yeah, one of the goblin fellas probably pretty swift. They could probably set fire while we come in the back. Yeah.
We know how to sneak our way around.
what if they set fire to this side, that entire side? Draw the attention all over there. We can come in the back gate.
Only problem is once they get their attention over there, how long can we keep it over there before they swab
need it
us?
long enough to throw some people over the fence.
Yeah, I don't really have time to die today, but you know, Morden and such. Yep.
Well, then you can go over on my shoulders. You won't be the first one in, you won't be the last.
Well, I am kind of heavy.
What size are orcs? Are they just medium?
Yeah.
Have you faced orcs before? I don't think you have.
Being a dwarf and all, I've seen my fair share over the years here. They're probably maybe about a little bigger than a human, maybe. Strong
You would
and
know.
nasty.
Yeah, I would say, Billiam, I mean, you've seen at least half orcs before. I'm not sure about full orcs, but the half orcs seem to be maybe a little bit taller than a human, but they would still be, at least by your understanding, considered around a medium size, most likely.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, if you guys want a fucking distraction, instead of setting fire to the damn town, I can just go in the front gate and start fucking people up.
Well, why don't we all just go in the front gate?
I mean, in all honesty, I feel like we should just bum rush them, take them. And
As you start to say that, Airty says, I appreciate your confidence, and perchance it may work, but there are a lot of them. I wouldn't overestimate your strength.
So whoever would make it through this door, you have to attack those 4, and then these ones probably can grab the javelins and throw them all at you, and that's 12.
Oh well, I might
Javelins.
have something that might help us. I mean, I did just my god kind of gave me this little thing because he's like, hey, yeah, you know, you're kind of loud, motherfucker. So he gave me this thing I could cast silence.
Hey, you have magic. That could certainly help greatly.
I serve Morden.
That could help as well. Again, I don't get too cocky, but that could help as well.
Well, shit, let's just do that around back. Go in this door right here. Let's go in that door. From that corner. come out this door, kill these bad guys, have fun bringing a fucking javelin inside.
Now,
Mate.
I do want to caution you. We're not exactly sure, especially the ones on the inside, exactly where they are. That door you want to go in, that is Gruck's office. He may be in there.
Hopefully we find him first. I'll show
That's
his
up
head
to
his
you. I
friends.
just want to
I
warn
found
you.
your man.
Are these beds rough terrain?
To walk across the actual beds, it would be double your movement to walk across the beds because you got to jump up on them and whatnot. Yeah,
Are they
Good to-
bunks?
Could take some torches.
they are bunks.
though, and
Yes,
throw
so they're too high. Yeah,
Could take some torches and throw it on the building then and start smoking them out.
so the building
but then they're all
itself is
gonna be
mostly made of
outside and
stone.
we
There
all
is some wood in
Oh,
there,
never
but
mind. Yeah.
If you
Like,
sneak in here,
The whole thing about if we
stealth
went
into the door
inside-
and then light the beds on fire.
The whole thing about going inside those, their javelins are gonna be. They're not gonna have all that range inside with those
No.
javelins if we're inside. Plus, all the guys, only those 16 that are outside will have javelins. The majority of them are inside.
Well, I don't think Billy can get his horsey in that door, could he?
Nope.
now the ones without javelins, it's not like they're unarmed. They normally wield axes. They're a military force.
We'll take an axe over a javelin. I'm just saying.
I mean, either way, it looks like we're kind of fucked. I mean, I don't know.
Wait, so there's only one door. We can. Do they have like a well or anything in there to like draw water from?
I'm so sorry. What was your question?
Do they have like a well or anything to draw water from?
Inside the barracks itself, no. This is just
So-
their headquarters, though. Like they'll go out to get whatever supplies they need.
So why don't we just have people waiting out front, like hidden? Someone sneak in the back, light the beds on fire, and then we have the goblins light the wall on fire. And so that they'll have to come out to get water to put it out.
And then we kill them.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, that'd be
All
good.
right, so I can go around back with maybe
And then-
maybe a new friend who has silence, so he can go in silence, light some shit on fire.
Billiam can keep his horsey outside, and it makes me sneeze anyway.
Well, no one likes it.
We could also. I could suggest one of them to go in and light their beds on fire.
Well,
I don't know, because you'd be putting
doesn't
people in
work. We
in
have backup.
danger. I don't think I would do that.
Only if it like directly causes them harm. So something like that would probably. Still
Oh, it
work.
wouldn't. Yeah, that
Yeah.
might work. Yeah.
So like you can't say I suggest that you smack yourself in the face and jump off a cliff or whatever. But lighting a bed on fire, that doesn't cause you harm. That does damage to your place of living or whatever, but I feel like that's within the range of the spell.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess I'm gonna go in the back door. That's what she said. Yeah.
She went in your back door.
Oh no, I went her back door. Biggity
Okay.
biggity bang, baby. Yeah.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Oh, this... Okay. You guys do whatever you want to do. I can go into the front and I can make it so that whoever has a javelin doesn't matter, and I can just start picking them off. I really can.
Well,
Because
I'll throw
I can-
homeboy over. Right
Right.
over there.
Yep,
He'll
yep,
sneak in that door, light shit on fire, and if you want, I can flank around one of the sides of the buildings and sneaky poo them in the back.
Yeah.
So you and friends and 10 goblins are attacking the front or whatever. I'll sneak around, sneaky poo, and stab, chop, back.
Darken it up again.
Wait, so you guys are both, you're gonna lift the dwarf over and then you're gonna climb over.
Good.
Well, the whole idea of lighting on fire is so that they come out the front and we get them low quantity.
Okay,
'Cause
we can do
they
that
can't-
too.
Because if you go in the back, they're gonna be all clumped up around the door trying to leave.
That's true. Let's do that. Let's just burn them alive.
So what are you trying to do? You're going to try to suggest one of them to go in the front then?
No, so you guys are gonna go through the back, light the beds on fire, and then the goblins are
Yeah.
gonna light the walls on fire.
Yeah.
And they're gonna. This is the only door out, so they're gonna have to come out, and we're gonna basically kill them whenever they come out. Otherwise, they're stuck in
Funneling
it.
them out.
What if
Yeah.
we lit that door on fire?
Can we do that though? There's 4 at the gate at all times.
Yeah, you're gonna be trying to light it on fire in front of them.
Arrow. Are fire arrows a possibility?
Or elves. The goblins might be able to do that if they have air. If they they do have bows.
It's up to you guys. Just tell me where I'm gonna go. I just want to kill some stuff.
Yeah, I'm down to murder hobo some orcs.
Son of murder, burn it all down.
In all honesty, I'm perfectly fine with just causing a ruckus at the front gate and just going straight in. And just like you said, once we make some ruckus, they're all gonna start coming out towards us.
I
I
like
am
this fire
perfectly fine with that.
take chunks at a time up front.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
By the way, real quick before I forget, Scarlord, did you level up already? Did you put yourself at level 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
I gave
You also are
myself
at
a-
full hit points. Also, I just dragged your token over and I saw it was in, but you got your full rest. So
Yeah, I
you're
was
at
at
full
one
hit
hit
points.
point. before.
yeah, you're at full now though. Sorry. Continue. So have you guys decided on kind of what you want to do? I put your characters on this map already, so where you can put them wherever you want to put them. And then I'll put these are the goblins you have at your disposal too. I can put them wherever you want me to. Also, Air T
don't
seems like she
remember.
could handle herself very well in a fight. She seems very very skilled. The other goblins seem like goblins. They seem stealthy. They seem good at what they do, but they're fodder more or less.
I don't remember if I did hit points for my new level or not. I know I gave myself my ability score improvement. I just don't remember if I did my hit points.
48. Yeah, you must have.
Okay.
I mean,
I'm gonna start off
that's
right here
a
and
good amount
start
of hit points, man.
everything.
I started with like 36 or 37.
Yeah, and that was that because you started at level 3, so that sounds right. And then you would have
Okay.
rolled to get you up to 48. That sounds right.
Yep.
So Billiam really wants to rush the front. Okay.
Well, we do have an already, but we should probably. Yeah, well, whatever.
Scarlord, did you also, because 4th level, you get to take your ability score increase too. Did you do that also, or take a feat?
I gave it to Dex. Or
Okay,
strength,
cool.
strength.
Cool, that's fine. I just want to make sure you got your stuff taken care of, and
Yep.
you're not going to
How
like hurt
tall was-
yourself.
How tall was the wooden wall again?
That wooden wall is about 4 or 5 feet tall, and it's not very even. So at some points it's as low as 4, at some points it's as tall as 5. It kind of goes back and forth between each pole.
So
Good stripper.
I could like cast over this because I would be able to see them.
Yeah. Now orcs can go ahead and try and like hide behind it, and they'll end up, if they're crunching down and hiding, they're gonna have full cover. The ones that you can see over there will have half cover. So they're gonna have a +2 to their AC if you try and cast over the fence. But you can certainly do so. And if you have like some sort of like spell save DC or whatever, that obviously is unaffected by the cover.
How many javelins are on these things?
Each one of them has about 20 javelins. and that's each single one of the racks.
Because if we like light these on fire at the racks, once they start raging like fires, wouldn't these also catch on fire?
It's possible. Now the wooden stakes though, they're not. You're gonna have to have some sort of really intense fire to catch the wall though, because they're wooden poles. They're like telephone poles. It's not like there's kindling or anything to where they can just kind of like go up by like that. You would know you gotta get a pretty intense fire to catch one of those instantly.
So maybe we're just catching their barracks on fire. And then when they all come out the front door, we can all just bum rush them and, you know, catch them at a choke point instead of them catching us at a choke point.
Yeah.
So that way we get the best of both worlds. We get to light the fire, and then we also get to fight in the front.
So then maybe we should just have Billiam and the goblins guard the front door, and then the rest of us will sneak in the back.
I'm cool with that.
Because after a while, they're not gonna go out the door when they notice the people not coming back. Right?
Well, I mean, we could
Or
also move up.
Orc's that smart.
We could flank them and pinch them right in the middle. They're not gonna have an option but to either fight or try and move out.
Either way, if we try to go in through the front, I mean, they got javelins there ready to toss, right?
Like I said, I've got that covered.
I mean, that's fine. I'll follow you guys, whatever. I'm sorry, I've been distracted with my stupid phone. So yeah, I'll do whatever.
All right, you're coming in the back door.
You gonna go by yourself, or is it me and you?
It is me, you, and yeah, I can't talk today.
Zosa.
Zosa. God damn, that is difficult.
All right.
Say.
Sneaky snake man.
So Brass, are you up there too, Forge?
Yeah, I'll be with him.
Yeah, he's the one that's going to light the shit on fire.
So based on what I'm understanding here, I've got Billiam and all the goblins, Irti and all of her goblins, right up front here. I've got you guys coming in the back. Is that correct?
Should we take a couple goblins in the back with us?
No, they need all the help they can get up front.
Because
Okay.
only
John, can I
they don't
move
have
the
crossbows,
goblins to where I want them?
So because of the way that I have them, it's going to be a lot of work for me to give you control over all of them.
Okay,
Just
that's fine.
tell me where you want them, and I'll put them there.
I want the main bitch right up here, so she can stab them if they come out.
Okay.
And basically the other one's basically like right here, like arched around, so they can shoot over our shoulder, basically.
Kind of like this.
Yeah, basically exactly like that.
Okay.
That's perfect. Just so that when they try to come out through that door, I mean, they're getting fired right there.
Okay. All right. So that's your plan.
I'm set where I'm at.
All right. On that note, then, when do you guys go ahead and make the attack? Right now, the party ended up in this town about halfway through the day. It's right around 2 p.m. right now. Sun is shining pretty bright. Do you head on towards the barracks right now, or what's the plan?
God, no. We wait till it's darker out.
Okay.
I mean, not like pitch black dark, but like dusk. You know, people are getting ready for bed. You know, doing their drinking and stuff.
I don't want my
Right.
lack of dark vision to be a hindrance.
Same here.
Well, I mean, I don't like the whole like, oh, if you don't have dark vision, you can't see at all at night. That's ridiculous. There's moonlight and whatnot, so it's gonna be
Your eyes adjust. And it's just...
right. It's not gonna be nearly as clear as like someone who has dark vision, but you can see. I'll give it to you there. unless like it's a special night where there's like cloud cover or whatever, like there was when these guys were fighting the displacer beasts earlier. But
It's a new
yeah,
moon.
on this night, I'll say it's clear enough to where you can see pretty well, even if you don't have dark vision. But I did just you guys can't see inside the barracks, can you?
No.
Okay, good. That's what I wanted to make sure, because obviously you wouldn't be able to see that. All right. So you wait for a cover of darkness and start to creep towards here. Go ahead, everybody, make me a stealth check real quick.
Steve, were you gonna cast your spell?
Well, I mean, I can, but I thought we were going to cast it on the door, weren't we?
Cast what spell?
Silence.
Mm.
I mean, I'm not too far away from it, but I probably could reach
Stealth
it.
is a +2. 16 for my stealth.
Is that a disadvantage?
Oh no, that's not a I didn't
Yeah,
know I was
'cause-
rolling at disadvantage.
Well, you so if you have heavy armor, you have to roll at disadvantage unless it's mithril armor.
What was that? I'm sorry.
So heavy armor is always at disadvantage unless it's mithril armor, which you definitely
Okay.
don't have right now. That's all.
I mean, I could put it right here.
14.
Okay, cool.
Wait, do I get any sort of advantage from him lifting me over?
We're not even there right now. You guys are still sneaking up.
Oh, well, just your
So
average
that's
everyday snake
pretty rough.
man walking around town.
So
I
Steve,
could
where are you
put-
casting
Okay, so if
silence
that's
at?
the center. If that's the center of your spell, that would be perfect. That gives us
Because
a
it'll go
20-foot
into,
radius,
it'll go into the building.
and it'll cover us outside.
Okay. Before you get there, go ahead and roll your stealth checks, everyone. Other than two who already have.
I told you mine already.
You're right. Like I said, again, other than the two who already have.
3. Damn, you're
Oh
still slow.
man, guys.
Dude, I'm loud. Just saying.
All right. I mean, you also have goblins and RT with you. Maybe they can help you. We'll see. They
It's
hopefully
fucking
should be able
party in the
to.
back.
Oh, I'm a little loud here.
she has a +11 to her stealth and rolled a 13, guys.
Wow.
Yeah, the goblins are pretty stealthy.
Good.
All right. Well, on that note, that's 1, 2, 3 fails. 1, 2, 3, 4 successes. As a unit, you guys barely succeed, but since you're split up between front and back, the front succeeds just fine, the back does not. So, I'm pulling up all my character sheets and whatnot. So the ones in the back there are making all sorts of noise. The guys in the front there, you actually have the harder job because you've got the guys keeping watch. You're able to, when you need to, get low. Billiam, you go ahead and dismount Guy and kind of lead him down low, crouch, all the way up to the gate there, low, quiet. The orcs, I mean, they're vigilant to an extent, but at the same time, they're distracted. It's late at night. No one's obviously gonna attack this barracks, right? So they're not paying a ton of attention. You're able to get really close there, all the way up to where you are right there without being seen. Aerti and her goblins, you even lose track of them. They are very, very good at this. The guys in the back, however, are kind of like, all right, we're going to go kill some orcs. This is going to be all sorts of fun. And they're kind of pushing and shoving each other, and Forge kind of like trips over himself, and there's kind of like all sorts of clanging heard on the end there. Zosha just starts cracking up watching Forge fall over himself before realizing he should really not be making any noise there. It's just an absolute mess. So much so to where Billiam and Airty and their goblins can kind of hear what's going on the other side, and are just like face palming as they hear what's supposed to be a stealthy operation happening over there.
Can you fucking assholes just be stealthy? I rolled an 18.
That said, you guys all get up to the wall and kind of like crouch down and try and hide against the wall without issue. No one has seen you yet. No one's come up to say anything or anything along those lines.
I'll save your asses.
That said, though, Billiam, you are able to peer through a couple of these planks here. Make me a quick perception check.
19
19.
total.
Awesome. So you see one of these orcs here, kind
Breaking
of
up for
motion
me, I'm
towards.
sorry.
Oh, sorry. You can hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. You see one of the orcs up against the fence there, kind of turn around and motion towards. You do indeed see these two groups of 6 here. Motion towards about 3 of the groups, 3 of the orcs over on this side, and point towards the rear of the barracks. As these 3 orcs all move in that direction. What's everyone doing?
Well, we don't know in the back that this is going on, right?
You don't know that's happening. Right now you're up against the wall. You feel like you're pretty well hidden, even though you made a lot of noise coming up here. And you've got a plan in mind. I'll say they get about this far, and I'll give you a chance to act.
So, does he have to be he has to be within vision of the thing that he's going to cast silence on? Like he has to be able to see it? I'm assuming.
Line of sight, probably.
I think you have to have line of sight on it. That the blurb that you just threw in chat doesn't really say.
So what if I boost him up on my shoulders so he can cast it on that door?
He's a pretty stout dwarf, isn't he? You said you were right around 4'5" or so.
Yeah, I'm 4'5" and full armor.
Standing
Might
up
be
tall, a couple of these posts he won't be able to see over, but there's a couple of ones that do come just underneath his eye range to where he should be able to see it, especially if he stands up on his tippy toes there. He'll need to make a quick sleight of hand check as people are coming around the side to see if he can remain hidden while he does so, though.
Oh damn.
Yeah, that's fine. Sleight of hand, stealth, whatever. It's close enough. So yeah, you succeed. You're able to very subtly, as these guys walk around, they don't really see anything happen there. You're able to quick cast the spell and then kind of get back down there. So you cast silence. What is it's a 20-foot radius?
Yep.
Okay. Let me go ahead and draw that real quick for us.
40-foot diameter.
And because of the way that squares work, right there is where it would be. Oh, wait, sorry, you said centered on that door? So right there.
Only problem is we can't hear ourselves now either. So
No, but you are completely silent. As these orcs come around. They all take a look. You guys are pretty well hidden behind the posts, and you're not making any more noise now that there's silence. They don't really see anything, so they just kind of stand over there for a bit.
Did anyone see? What's Steve's new character name?
Forge.
Say. Oh, I thought you said porch. Did Forge see them when he was casting his spell?
Forge, what's your passive perception?
Pretty good, actually. It's 14.
14. You would have seen just out of the corner of your eye a couple of orcs kind of walk around the corner of that building as you kind of slunked back down there. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll
so
say
there's
you saw
no
two of
sheep.
them. You don't know exactly how many came through, but you saw at least two. And then kind of like looking up, you can see just over the top, you can see a little bit of green skin there over your guy's shoulder, up a little ways away, up against the fence or the wall
Okay.
rather.
So here's what I'm saying, boys. So if
Wait, we can't
they
hear you.
jump over,
You know what they're
Or
saying?
if
Right?
The
They're like,
silent.
if they get into a square of quietness, we attack them.
So, Scarlord, how are you trying to communicate this to them?
I mean, can't they not hear anything? Because isn't it complete silence? Oh,
It's
we
complete
can't
silence.
hear
They
shit.
can't hear you.
Okay. This is what I'm dealing with right now.
I love it. I love it.
Kitty! It's a kitty.
Hey, I found a Veil of Shadows. So maybe I'm gonna try this with one hand.
Make me a quick performance check. You guys pretty readily understand what he's saying, or what he's trying to communicate. At least that if they get into this radius here, take him down because no one will be able to hear him anyway.
Well, since they know they can hear me, I'm going to start doing my war chant, but in Dwarvish, even though they can't hear me. I'm going to
Nice.
start get my feet planted in the horse position. I'm going to start banging my chest and the shield. I'm like,
So you guys are really confused as this dwarf just starts like dancing around and banging his chest and shouting, but no volume whatsoever is coming out. As that happens, this orc feels like he sees a little something happening over there. These two get a little bit closer but stop moving. This one right here comes right up here and tries to peer over the wall to see if he can see you guys. As he kind of starts to peer over, you see his head reach on over, and he can certainly see you right there. What do you guys do?
How much does he weigh?
The orcs?
Yeah.
Orcs are going to weigh somewhere around 200 to 300 pounds, probably.
Okay. So here's what I'm thinking. Give me 1 second. Can I pick him up over the wall?
Yeah, so are you just trying to like drag him on over, or
Yeah.
make a strength check? Yeah, I'll say that's enough. Sure, you go ahead and reach over the wall and pull him over. At this point, these other two definitely see you pull him on over, though. But you've pulled him on over the wall. Right now, you have him grappled.
Next snap.
Tickle him.
100% next snap.
Um,
do I hear anything from the orcs in the back?
Go ahead and sorry, Billiam, what was that?
Do I hear anything like the other two orcs? I can't see them,
They
but
don't.
can I
No,
hear anything?
they don't let out any sort of noise or anything right now. No.
Okay. I was just making sure.
Yeah. Keothi. Let me go ahead and pull up my orc here. Go ahead and you try and go ahead and snap his neck there. I'll let you go ahead and
Yeah.
try it. Roll me one more just pure strength check there. That'll be enough. I'll say you do it. So you pull him on over, snap his neck right there. He is dead. These other two saw what happened and start to and kind of grab their axes and run on over here right now.
Can I look
I'm
at
not-
the other two, ready to say get into the square and go?
Yes. So you look at the other two, you stand up, you go, shush. They run on
And then-
over in here.
Can I take my two friends and just like put them both over the wall, and then jump over after them?
So I'm gonna say that you can jump on over if you want to, but to move them on over, you've already used what I would give as like a bonus action and action. So you're not gonna be
Okay.
able to bring them on over too. But I'll let you jump on over since you haven't used any movement yet.
All right, then I'll jump over.
Okay.
Lock the door.
So you come on over here. Do you wanna like I'll let you move in front of the door, that's fine.
I mean, these guys obviously see that I've jumped over.
Yeah.
Well, they just watch you snap their friend's neck.
Right. I mean they saw you they saw you snap his neck first and then they saw you jump over.
Okay, so like, are they about to be hostile towards me? Like,
Oh yeah. Like they look
Okay.
like they're about to stop the intruders from attacking their base.
so
Or
it
so
sounds
they
like
think.
sounds like there's a little fight going on.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
It's a little
I
scuffle
wanna,
between a couple of
I
you.
wanna hit one of them with my axe.
Your action and everything's over though. You've got your
Oh.
movement. You can move wherever you want to, but I'm not gonna let you take another action or anything right now.
I'll just stay where I am.
Right there, just jump on over the fence and stay there.
I
Okay.
will also rage.
Again, I've let you use basically an action and bonus, so I'm not letting you rage
Okay.
yet. Sorry.
Okay.
I let you do a lot on that turn. So awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and move on over to Zosa and Forge. What do you guys want to do as these orcs are running up towards you guys, drawing their axes? They saw that Keothi essentially just snapped this dude's neck. Honestly, Keothi, it's best that I didn't let you rage because as long as you guys dispatch these guys right away, you would have lost that rage anyway.
Yeah.
So
I mean, we have to climb over the fence, right?
more or
Yeah.
less, unless you want to like try and use
I
something
can't. There's
ranged,
nothing I
but
have really that. Yeah. I mean, I got my crossbow, but I mean that's kind of. I'd be at a disadvantage or two.
they're gonna have half. They're gonna have half cover, and
Is
you'll be
there
at
a hill
disadvantage.
behind us, or is it all flat ground?
It's pretty flat over here. Yeah, I mean, you're in the middle of the town right now. Outside of the town, you end up coming to the coast, and on one side, eventually there's a hill, but right now it's pretty flat.
Does climbing
Oh,
count as
okay.
a movement action?
Yes. Keothi I let just kind of climb on over because he's a giant ass Goliath. The other two are going to need to make some sort of check. Steve, that's an athletics check. If that was to scale the wall, then you're fine. You totally did it.
Yeah. I'm like climbing that wall.
Zosa's not going anywhere.
Zosa, you get over, but you fall flat on your face. That's the end of your movement. Is you fall flat on your face right there on the other side of the wall.
Correct.
You can still take an
the
action
athletics
if you
roll
want to,
happened.
but you're
Okay.
prone on your face on the other side of the wall right now.
As a bonus action, I'm just gonna take my hammer around and like do like that whole anime like pat my butt style, be like yeah, you know, then smack him with it.
All right, go for it.
Smack him with my hammer.
Give me an attack. The 8 will not hit.
Aw, sadness. I don't have anything else.
Zosa, you still have an action if you would so desire to use it.
Let's see if I can do anything. Cause I can't shoot through them, right? Like, I can't shoot through my friends.
I mean, you're kind of like laying prone off to the side of
yeah.
them. You probably could.
I'm gonna.
You probably can't use a spell if it has a verbal component, but your longbow should be able to be shot.
Let's see. Can I use my action to stand up?
Yeah, so you would have to use your full action. That would be like a dash action, and then yeah, you could stand up and still move another 15 feet if you wanted to. But that's your full action. You can't attack or anything then, if that's what you wanted to do.
If they hit me while prone, don't they get a crit?
No, they just get advantage on the attack.
so let's see. But I can shoot my bow whilst prone.
Yeah, well, prone, I'll let you shoot your bow. Why not? You just kind of like roll over and draw an arrow and notch it back.
Sure, I'll go ahead and shoot the closest one.
Okay, go for it. 14 just misses. It kind of glances off his shin there, or like off his leg there, and embeds itself in the wooden pole behind him. These guys are going to go ahead and act real quick. One runs in over here. One attack against Keothi. One attack against Forge. Keothi first. 15.
Hits.
Oh, sorry, bro. 11 slashing. Shit. And Forge 19 for 10 slashing. That's them. They're done.
Well, that fucking sucks.
Keothi?
Guys.
I'm gonna rage.
Okay.
And I'm gonna smack the one with my hammer that attacked me.
Yeah, go for it.
So that's
19
17
certainly hits.
for
15
damage.
plus the, so it's a total of 17?
Yep.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that's done. Actually, shoot. I'm so sorry. I was looking at my wrong bubble. Zosa, that was a 14. That hits for 9 damage. I'm so sorry. He is still up,
Okay.
though. Okay, so sorry about that. I was looking at the wrong bubble. I was looking at HP instead of AC. But yeah, Keothi, you kill yours. So this guy is dead, just cleaved in half. The other one has an arrow sticking out of its upper thigh there, right in front of Forge. Keothi, do you want to move it all or anything?
Nope.
Okay. Forge. Nope. Zosa.
Sure, I'll shoot another arrow.
Nope.
I guess I won't.
It's the silence. It's got me messed up.
Oh shit. That's 15 slashing on Forge.
Holy shit, that hurts. Okay.
Keothi.
I'm gonna go back at this one. It's 11 slashing.
Yeah, that'll finish him off. So you guys go ahead and kill all these guys. Keothi, right now you're acutely aware of the fact that if you don't get in, you don't take damage or attack another creature within the next about 10 seconds or so, you're gonna lose that rage. What do you guys want to do?
I could stomp on his foot.
Well, I mean, I've 3 rages. So
Yeah, I mean, if you don't really plan on anything else during this until you take another long rest, it's really not that big a deal. But I just want to throw that out there so you know. Right now, Billiam, you still have no idea what's going on. You're just kind of like, come on, guys! Like you were making a shit ton of noise. Now you're done making noise and nothing has happened. I thought you were supposed to
Yeah.
set this place on fire. Like, what the hell are you guys doing?
Can
Like,
I
quit
just, like-
pussyfooting around.
can I just like hit my hand? I guess like my finger on a javelin, like on the point of a javelin.
Yeah, go ahead and smack a javelin. Just make a quick, just roll a d20 real quick. You go to smack the javelin, attempting to keep your rage. You miss, and ended up smacking Forge in the face instead. Doesn't do any damage, but he's you don't take any damage either, so it doesn't persist your rage, sadly. And Forge is really confused as to why this Goliath, who just randomly appeared behind him, just smacked him in the face. Yeah.
I'll kick him in the fucking shin.
Forge kicks you in the shin. Go ahead and roll a d20.
This is gonna end horribly. Another one.
They're gonna end up killing each other.
Or falling in love, one of the two, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
that
So you definitely kick him right in the shin there. Again, I'm not going to be a total jerk. He doesn't do any damage, but actually, no. You know what? With a 19, you take 1 point of damage, and it persists your rage. And you're actually very thankful for Forge kicking you in the shin there.
High five.
like silently saying everything.
So again,
I-
we're moving here, guys. What do you guys want to do? Zosa, yeah.
All right.
I
Let's go set that
quickly
fire.
hand Forge the healing potion that I have.
Okay.
I forgot that I have one.
Yeah, I'll drink that.
Go ahead,
Be
it's
like,
2d4 plus 2.
hey! What is it? 2d4.
2d4 plus 2. It was just a standard, right, Zosa?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, 2d4 plus 2. Keothi, anything you want to do here? You're running out of rage.
I'm gonna go back at the javelin.
Okay, like right now you're basically just sitting around getting kicked and smacking a javelin. Is that all you really want to do?
You know what? No.
Like I'm just saying, like there's no sense in keeping rage if you're not going to continue the combat. Like you persisted it, you can go ahead and move forward and try and like rush in an attack, or you can drop it and go back into stealth mode. It's totally up to you. But I mean, if I were you, I wouldn't just keep poking myself just to
Yeah,
stay
I'll just
angry.
drop it.
Can we re-stealth in the silence?
Right now, I'm not even going to make you roll a stealth. You're totally hidden. As soon as you open that door, if you want to, then you'll have to re-roll it. Because you'll be in, like, line of sight and that sort of thing. But, I mean, no one can hear you, so there's nothing anyone can find out right now.
What if you just like? What if we don't even go in the building? We just pitch a torch at the beds.
Well, we have to open the door still.
There's no window or anything. You would have to open the door in order to do so. The door is wood,
The door
though.
will be silent,
The
though.
door is wood, but it's surrounded by, like, a stone frame, so it probably wouldn't catch too much other than the door itself.
They're not gonna hear the door open anyways.
They won't hear it, but you don't know exactly where people inside are. They might see it.
Just crack it open and toss the torch under the bed.
You could try that.
Roll a stealth check.
I'm gonna tell that guy to do it. And I'm just gonna be like, and I'll hand him the torch. Like, here you go.
Which guy?
The stealthiest? I'd assume it's you, actually. mean-
I have 2 stealth.
Now, barbarians actually can be pretty stealthy. They normally have good decks. I don't really know.
I have +1 to my stealth.
That's Zosa.
They're the same.
Yeah, I have 2.
Yeah.
So I guess
So if that's what you want to do you want to crack it open and try and throw a lit torch on into one of the beds?
I'm gonna. Can I hold the torch in one hand and open the door with the other and peer in first? In case.
Yeah,
to
go
see
ahead.
the bed.
I'll let you peer on in. As you peer in, I'm not going to make you roll for anything there. I'm not going to reveal it quite yet. The beds that you see look pretty empty. You do see a couple of tables as you peer in. The tables look to be pretty full of orcs. No one really sees you kind of just barely crack the door open there, though.
How far is the bed from the door?
It's the map that was drawn. The actual placement of the orcs might be a little bit off, but the bed is actually very accurate. It's like 4 feet away from the door, maybe. You can easily go ahead and get down there. I'm not even gonna make you make a roll to get it in there if you wanted.
So I just like stick one arm in and throw the torch onto a
Okay.
bed.
I will make you make a sleight of hand check though to see if anybody sees it.
Our stealth rolls have been really low.
I know, right?
I mean, at least it's silent.
Hey, that's what happens when there's no rogue, no ranger, or anything in the party. Oh, shit. Okay. So you throw it on in there. The bed does start to catch fire. However, a couple of the orcs actually notice that the door was open and is now closing. And you see them kind of notice you. You lock eyes real quick as you shut the door real quick there.
Time to leave.
I go back over the fence.
Where was the? Was there another door in the back?
No, there was only the one.
So
There
we
were
could.
So the
one on the
boxes are the
front, one on
doors.
the
There's
back,
the one
one on
over
the side.
here. There's the ones in front, of course, as well. But on the very back, there's only the one that you guys are in front of.
So I'm gonna move back here real quick and then prepare for someone.
Okay.